Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I'll do something now. It's a bit. It'll be okay. I'll try again. Okay, so I've got a ruler, I've got a pencil, and I've got a piece of fairly reasonably thick fabric. It could be considered to be linen, but maybe not. So you need something that's reasonably heavy because I'm going to put beads on it. But I want to make it so it's a crazy patchwork, only it's not. I'll have to explain that. Okay, so instead of putting the pieces together, I'm just going to divide it into sections with strips of beads and things. Well, we'll see. Okay, so I'll do it for a book. I'll do it so it can be a book cover, okay? So it needs to be at least 5 inches wide, which I'll, because I use that size for mostly everything. So I'm doing a book. So I'm going to do this. This has just fell into my head, okay? So I've got no idea. You will not be, if you're seeing it, you'll know that it kind of sort of worked out. Okay, so we want to put it in this area here. So this is probably for people that want something different, but not necessarily. It's like, I don't know, just let's go and do it and see what happens, eh? By 7. I haven't got any explanation for this. It's like a lot of things I do, I don't have an explanation for it. I don't really have to, I don't think. But we need to keep it in this area because when you're putting it on your journal, that seems to be a bit long to me, but this will be right here. We'll put it across there and see what. I'll just see if that would fit in this one anyway. Yes, it will, but it needs to be a little bit longer. Oh, yeah, it does. It needs to be a bit longer, but I can cut that longer later. We're not going to worry about that just now. I need to get all these frilly bits off here because I don't want all that being caught in what I'm doing. That's going to really annoy me, so I'm going to cut it along here reasonably straight. Keep as much as I can. Now, ordinarily I would have put this in a hoop because it's going to be a lot easier, but for today, because the hoop that I would put it in actually has something else in it at the moment, I think I'm going to try and do this to show you that you can, as long as you're careful and you don't pull your thread too tight, you can actually do it without too much trouble. Now, to what I'm going to use in as a, I think, as a needle, I need something that's pretty thick here, but I need it to be able to go through the beads. And I've got some thicker, heavier beads, but I don't know. I suppose they're going to look nice. I don't know. We'll see what happens. This might not work. It could be too. They could be too big. They could be too big. I might have to use bead needle. I might have to use the bead needle for this, I think, because, yep, I will. I'll thread the bead needle, okay, and we'll use the little beads, because I do like the little beads, and I think that'll look more attractive. I just have a thing that these are more for maybe putting beads on strings to make decorations or tassels or dangles or stuff like that. Maybe not so much to put on something like this, because they'd probably be too heavy. I'll cut that off there. I don't want everything getting caught in these hairy bits, okay? Cut off all the hairy bits. All right. Now, we're going to put, we're going to have to divide this into sections, okay? So we put a line down there. Let's do that. Let's put a line down there. And then we can go over here and we can put a line this way. I probably should have done this a little bit different, but, it might work. You never know, it could work for me. This way. So that's a bit long. But you know what? That doesn't matter. That's going to be a lot of work. There's going to be a lot of work on that, Sonia. Okay. This one, this way, this way. Okay. And this one can go this way. And then, of course, in the centre of them, you can put whatever, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do 9 squares, but I'll have 10 squares because I'm going to go across this way. Up there. Up there I'll do across, and down here. Okay, so that's dividing up my piece, so I'm going to stitch across each one of these lines. See what happens. Anyway, embroidery thread in a bead needle. Where is our bead needles? That was a crooked one. Now, I got one yesterday out of the bead needle packets, but I put some back in here that had a bigger eye in them so that they would be better to... This one here, these say these are from 10 to 13, 10 to 13, and is this one here, these are tapestry. How did they come to be there? I wonder why I put them on there. I don't know. We've got a bead needle. I'm going to have a look in this one too, because there could be something in here even better still. There's the ones in there that have the... So this one has got a little bit of brown on that, but it's tarnished. Oh, crikey, I didn't think it was that old. So the holes in these are not very big. And these ones here, they're split all the way down the centre. I didn't want to do that because I've got to be able to bring the thread through behind it. I'm sure I'll get two behind that one. Is there anyone here? Here's one. Aha, that might have a bigger eye. Could do. Might have a bigger eye. We'll try it. So we need some embroidery thread. Now you're going to have to use 2 strands, I suppose, because you need to be able to see it. Excuse me. You need 2 strands. I hope I told John who I was and where I am. Two strands of thread. I'm heading straight for the what's names, mauves again. All the greens. I like both. Right, let's go with green, eh? Start off with, we might do green. A green one. This is nice. That's a pretty colour. And then I can put maybe pink beads through this one, or the green, whichever. Excuse me, I'm talking too much. Now, I hope everybody's staying safe, and sorry I haven't put a few videos up and been otherwise. I've actually done them, but they were too bad. I couldn't put them up because I felt really... It just wasn't working for me. So if this doesn't work, I'm going to show you it anyway. I think I'll show it to you anyway. But I can't see why it wouldn't. I don't want to put the knot in first, but anyway. Got that knotted together. Now, we're going to thread these. This could prove a little bit tricky because of the thickness of the thread. I made it look a bit of a mess of this thing, haven't I? I wonder if I can fix it just by putting that up there. And when I first came in here, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do anything because I got upset. Because I hadn't had I'd been working on something for ages this morning and got it all ready to do, and then come in here and couldn't find the bit I was looking for, so I changed my plan for the day. Through there. Is it in? Yes, it's in. Now I've got to do is put this through that hole there, because they'd have to fall apart, wouldn't they? So it's 2 separate things. It's okay. We got it. Nobody panic. Oh, look at that. I've done it. I've threaded the 2 pieces of embroidery thread onto my bead needle. Okay, so now I can use beads. Right, I'm going to just do a plain sort of thing to start with. We'll just do some stitches, and I don't know why I'm going backwards. Does anybody know why I'm going backwards? I'll turn around this way. Okay, so I can put a bead. I'll do a feather stitch, eh? So we'll put this up here, and we'll come back to our line. I'll go a stitch up there and come back to our line, righto, and put that bit in. Okay, and then we'll put a bead on. Now this is just, you know, not very technical, but put a bead in. We'll probably need a different colour. I know it'll work. He's going to sit like that though, isn't he? We'll sit him the other way. Nope, it's because of the way I put it on there, I suppose. Let's have a colour. What do you reckon? Well, we can. We'll do the next one in a different colour. No, let's do... my worry was having to thread that again. That's okay. Be nice if I've got that as the background and then a pink bead, you know, as it's nice pink bead then for the little flower sort of thing. Okay, so now we'll try this again. Put that on there like that. Nasty day, rain, and my body's gone back to hating me. It's the weather, I think it hates, really, not necessarily me. Be careful when you're doing that because these needles are sharp and they will break. So you've got to be careful, okay? Now, we got a pink one. Let's do these pretty, we've got these pretty pink ones here. We've got all these little fellas there. Now, these look really nice, wouldn't they, too? But these are a different pink, so let's use a bit of the soup. Let's use a bit of the bead soup. We need to get... So this is a good idea to have the different colour to the bead, isn't it? You know. So we're going to thread the bead on now that we've done that bit. Okay. And then we're going to go... I'll have to go back up here. This way and come down here again. And there's a little bead sitting there. Then I'm going to go out this way, probably in line with the bead, okay. Come back to where I was. Where's my line? Come over here. Here's my line. Come back to there and put a bead in there. Whoops. Just put it in, Sonia. Hold it down. There we go. Now go up through this side. Come back into this. Now you've got a bit of a section there where you're not going to make it too tight. You know, you're going to see where he is so he can sit there nice and cosy. Okay. Then come out this side here. I think I just put that on. It's up to you whether you want to do another bead there or not, but I didn't think I wanted them that close together. You know, so I just wanted to... Whoops. I went through this, oh dear, I went through the cotton here, did I? Yes, I've actually gone through between the two pieces there. I have to come back up a bit. Alright, where am I now? Is it still through there? Goodness me, Sonia. Sorry about this, people. It's just got that tiny bit of thread. Got it. I fixed that. I got it out of there. Righto. Now we're going to have to back up a bit so we can loosen it up a bit. Okay. Just pull this up, everybody up a bit so it can go back to what it was supposed to look like. Okay. Now back down into there. Back this way, pull that through, put a bead on. They might look nice if they were closer together, but I think you can see them better if they're further apart. I don't know, it's just what I feel like I want to do. Now go up this side here. Don't want them to get too long. Come in a bit. There we go. There we go. Are you getting this? I hope so. There Then we go back on this side. There's my line. I'll go up there. Pull that through and put a bead on. And these are not all the same size, these beads either. Maybe I should have bought my new ones in here. Where are they? They must be out in another room. No, they're right down the bottom there. But these aren't too bad. They look all right. There's nothing wrong with them. You know, you can... These are actually glass. What have I done? Am I supposed to be on it? How do I do that? I don't know. I put the bead on and I went over there. And I was supposed to catch that. And I pulled it right down and I didn't catch it at all. So we're going to go back and get it out of there. Come on. Oh. That one just did not look right to me. I'll try this again. Pull that out of there. Now you put the bead on. I'm going to put some more beads on that, but it's going to be down the side part too, I think. Down here, this one's where it's missing. Maybe. Just have to come back along there a minute and try it and see what I'm going to do. But we'll try a different stitch after this one, eh? We should have a minute or two. I never put the timer thing on again. Forget to do that. Come on now, play nice and get through. That's good. Oh, what have I done here? This is not happening, is it? It is happening. It is happening. You've made a bit of a faux pas there. You got them all screwed up in the mess. It's a mess. Try that again now. Is it right now? Good. Let me try this. Now, definitely need a needle threader for this job because you're putting 2 pieces through here. Don't think you should go further than 2 pieces, but you need 2 so you can see them on the piece of fabric. You know, you need to have 2 because otherwise it's too faint. It just depends what you're making, I suppose, but I was going to go with the boho style on this, but I've already got on the way, haven't I? And I haven't, so I thread my bead on, and then I go over here, and I'll bring that down to here, where the line is, somewhere. The line there. Yeah. And this goes around there. Now I've got it. I might have it right the last time. It just didn't look right to me. Let me go in there. Bring it down here. That line's not very dark, is it? I should have probably stopped there. No, keep going because you're going to have to. You have to do that. Now I feel a bit, you know, here you're a bit tired. You're nice and warm, so I'm going to turn the heater off. Well, gee, I'm getting a bit drowsy here. Nice if I go to sleep while I'm trying to do this. It's nice and warm. You get warm and you think, oh dear, having a nice nap would be good. But no, we're going to keep going here. This. I'm not going to have a nap at all. Just down below that. Now, I think I was doing the right thing, only it just didn't look right because I don't know, it was just me having a day. Now the next one goes up here, through there, and a stitch. And this one here, over that side. Down there, put that under, another stitch. Was I supposed to put a bead on there? Yes, I was. I am, I mean, but then that makes it too close together, doesn't it? I don't know. I have to put that bead on there. Now I've lost the plot. Oh dear. What have I done? I'm thinking about something else. I'm sorry. I really am so sorry. Right. Well, that's terrible. I couldn't help it. I said in the last video that my sister-in-law had a massive heart attack, and I was just thinking, it just come to my mind again, and I thought, oh dear, and and this went all wrong. She's, as far as I know, going all right. I don't, I haven't heard anything today. She's up the Central Coast and nobody can go visit her or anything. But anyway, because we're all in lockdown. Oh dear, this is going to work when I thread it through like this. I don't know. I'll give it a couple of goes here. So things are getting a bit scary. Well, we get our food online. Well, yesterday went in there and I looked to see how long you had to wait before you can get something from Woolworths, and it's not till Friday or Saturday. So I had to put an order in because I thought, well, if I leave it any longer, it'll be next weekend. So I had to get soap powder in that because I forgot the other day. Thank goodness I can do this, because otherwise I don't know what I'd do. I just definitely know I wouldn't go out there. Up here and in that part, just under there. Righto. You've got to hook it round, Sonya. Sorry about this. I'm getting kerfuffled up here now. I'm getting a kerfuffle. There we go. It's right now. And where am I now? I can just see that line. Might have to make it a bit darker so I can see where I'm going. There we go. Well, this is certainly different, isn't it? And that's nice. It's something, you need different. It's handy having something different. It really is. Oh dear, I'm running out of thread now. I'm going to have to end this off because it's going to keep coming undone, and nobody wants to keep threading the needle all day. I suppose I should take some out of the lounge room, thread them up and get them ready to go, but then I don't have that many needles that I could do that. Well, I do, but not so many of these. It doesn't take that long anyway. We've got to be patient with things, don't we? I know I was complaining about going outside, wanting to go outside because I wasn't allowed to. I'm not doing that anymore, am I? I'm going to just go through the back here and end this off here. I put a thing up on Facebook about that poor lady with that poor little baby in a box, in a cardboard back box out in the middle of nowhere with no food. And I've got to hide the grizzle because I've got a nice cosy house and everything. I shouldn't be grizzling. I said to Jeremy, I feel really bad. I feel really bad that there's all them people that haven't got anything. But I think that's all the time, most of them. And maybe people should have thought maybe this wasn't gone when the started to come back on us again. Look at that. Doesn't that look ducky? Look at that. I think I like that. Okay, right. Now, I can just try another thing down there so you can see what something else we can do. I've got enough time. Yes, I do. Okay, now, sorry about that. Another mouthful of water. These pills that I take for my diabetes are really giving me a hard time because I've got to, I don't know if they're making me keep peeing or whatever. Sorry about this. But they make me really thirsty, and therefore I drink too much, I suppose. Only water. Still. Now this looks a good colour. I like this colour. So we get two strands of this one. And one, 2. Sonya, what have you done? I don't know. Is there a knot in that? Only one that I would have made, I'd say. Maybe it did. What's going on? Got 2 strands. That's right at the end, then I'll cut it off there. So it'll curl up and make a fool of itself. Okay, so I'll leave that there because we'll probably put more of that on. Now you probably think that this looks a bit sparse, you know, with that there, and there's going to be another one over this way, but it will fill up. It will fill up because I will keep going until I get it all organised. I don't know what I'm going to be putting in each patch, but there'll be something. There'll be something. It'll work, whatever it is. And I should have a few things made for my store now by the time I get back and put stuff back in there, shouldn't I? If I get onto it. I don't know if I mentioned this one, but I did in the last one. I've closed it because I can't post anything out anyway, so I might do a chain stitch down here. Wonder where I'll put the bead in at. I'll do the first piece of the chain like that. Right. And then I'll put a bead on, and let's see what colour we can have. These are down the bottom of these ones. I wonder what the blue will look like with the orange. Certainly different. Purple. Yes, I'll do purple. So put a purple bead on, okay? I'll just get, which one was it, I wonder? Oh, that one here's not shiny. I'll put a couple there. Close this. Put that there. Right, and go down. You don't have much choice, but you have to do that. Because otherwise it wouldn't fasten on, would it? Come back up again in there. Go into the bead. And go that way. How about that? No, that's not going to work. Wait a minute. Put it around the other side of the bead. It might. Nope. Can't do that, Sonya. Won't work. There's more undoing. I was going to try this before, and I thought, by the time I practice it, I'll be ever so late by the time I get it up here. Righto. Have I put it in the right place, do you reckon? Yes, I think so. When you come through that bit and you come down there, does that go through the back or not? Did I thread it through the back? I think I did. Well, I have to, wouldn't I? Otherwise it's not going to stay on there, is it? Righto. You never know. We'll try something. See what happens. Through here. Now put this through here. Both pieces, Sonya, both bits. How come one's got longer than the other? What's going on with that? Push that through there. Oh dear, oh dear. I don't know why I'm putting it back to front because I'm using the wrong hand to do that with. Oh dear. Get through, please, come on. Gotcha. Now, I've got the bead in there. Now, if I was doing this, I'd go up there and come down, and the bead would be just where it is. Okay, don't tip that over. So put a bead in, bead on, and then just go back up there and come down. And the bead's in the middle chain bit, see? You got that? There we go. Put a bead on. And then back up there and come down. I can't see this line. Should have made it a bit darker. Or you could use a disappearing pencil, which I have got, but they're not in my reach at the moment, and the light's shining fair on this, and it's making it too dark to... A bead. I think that last stitch I did was a little bit short. No, it's not too bad. A bead. Are we watching? Okay, so you go back up there near the bead. Leave a little bit of space. You'll have to be bigger there. And put that, and then do this, and you've got that. Okay, and that one I should have went back further because I did leave that too far, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm all good. Might have to go now. Okay, so I really appreciate you watching my channel and leaving me comments. I hope you enjoyed this and you learnt something. I've learned something because I've practiced, you know, as we were going along, we've learned a thing or two, haven't we? You can do this chain stitch and add a bead in your chain stitch. And then there'll be others. I'll do a cross stitch and a couple of other ones to do as well. So we can add the beads into them, and I think that looks pretty good. I would have liked to have gone over there a bit further, and I could fix that before we come back, because I think it's a little bit too far away, that one. Look, see? I should have come right over here, and I'm over there. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that and you just want to have a try at this and see how it goes. And I think it'll look really good when we're finished. So thank you everybody for watching, and stay safe, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.